welcome to Around a Round Table. This is the episode where your favorite guests from the Wreck My podcast get together around a round table and talk about nothing and everything. I'm here to introduce the guests today because it's slightly different. We don't just have the guys here, but we have the girls here too.
Woo!
So let's announce them all. He'll have a sex on the beach. It's Cam.
Yeah, and I will also have sex on the beach.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There you go. She'll have a Harvey Wallbanger. It's Clara.
I don't know. I don't want to commit to anything, so I don't know what that means.
Well,
sure,
he's Harvey. And sex
Better
on
than
the
the
beach. There's
beach,
a
I
wall.
guess.
Yeah. She'll have a White Claw. It's Kate.
Yeah. What flavor?
Black cherry.
Black cherry, you racist. He'll have a Dirty Shirley. It's Joe.
Shirley's my favorite dirty.
And don't call me Shirley. I'll have a Long Island Appletini Mule. I'm your host, Jordan.
Oh, you essentially just made a mixed drink that tastes like vomit.
Yeah, because I love vomit in my mouth.
Yep.
That's a thing that I enjoy.
Yeah.
So we're here to do a round table. We have a little bit bigger cast. Are we a cast? Is this Disney?
Yeah, we're a
cast.
cast.
We're
We're
cast
cast
members.
members, yeah.
Totally. We have a bigger crew than normal here.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about some stuff. But the first thing I want to talk about is that I want to reinstate our Amazon link.
Yeah.
It's there. It's been there.
Sick.
It hasn't
Taken it down yet?
No, it hasn't gotten rejected yet. So obviously Amazon's like, hey, we heard you loud and clear. Let's leave it up. And now that I say that on the podcast,
It's gonna get taken
this
down.
week it's going to get taken down probably.
Yeah.
But go check out our Amazon link on wreckmypodcast.com and help us out financially by buying stuff on there. And it doesn't cost you anything more. And then we can screw Amazon, that dirty whore.
Yeah. Yeah.
you go.
Bezos.
Bezos.
What do you have against Brazil?
Amazon,
Oh
dude.
my I was like, are they based in Arizona? Yeah. Second thing I want to mention is that Joe Gennaro from the Comic Book Rundown podcast
yeah.
sent us a ton of comic books. We have a
So
fat
cool.
stack up there of, I think, 8.
Yeah.
Some Spider-Man and Venom, some Nightwing, some Y the Last Man, some Lock and Key, some Chew.
It was basically like everything that we had stated.
Yeah.
That we
in
wanted to
that,
read. Yeah.
Seriously.
That Patreon question.
I'm looking at that. I'm like, that's got to be around $200 worth
Oh,
of
yeah.
comics right there that he sent us. That's insane.
I met Joe the other day.
Yes.
And I thanked him profusely for that. And he was just like, yeah, man, no worries. Like, I want to
It's
share
so nice.
with you guys. And then he said, I'm going to say it publicly now because what he told me, the Nightwings are mine.
Okay, yeah. Because he
But we can trade. We can share. but they're
originally he
mine.
said I was going to put in the note whose was whose, but I just thought you guys could kind of split them all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Why the Last Man was for me because
Yeah.
I mentioned it. Nightwing's for you. Spider-Man's obviously for
Yeah,
Joe.
the Carnage and Venom ones.
And then I guess that Kreger just Lock
Maybe
and Key and Chew. I don't think Kreger really had a solid answer of what he wanted, so those are just kind of the ones where it's like, hey, check this out and see what you like.
I think Chew definitely needs to get passed around between all of us because
but I think
it's
if
one
we,
of the best ones.
I think
I've
if we
ever
keep
read.
them just communal right now, and then
Yeah.
like eventually, if we ever break up because of creative differences,
Yeah.
then we can put them out.
Wreck my library.
Yeah, wreck my library right there. But I think Joe Gennaro from the Comic Book Rundown podcast has the largest selection of comic books like in his county or something, like
Yeah.
larger than his library, larger than the comic book shops around him. Like
Yeah.
it is huge.
When I was FaceTiming with him, he was in his. It looked like a basement. I'm assuming that's where it is because he's in Indiana, and we don't have basements here.
No, you get
and so-
crushed in an
yeah,
earthquake.
Yeah, and so I was just admiring that bookshelf. Like it is incredible.
Yeah, go check out the Instagram. He's posted pictures before. But the other thing that I want to mention, you kind of mentioned it already, Cam, is that you're going to be on a show coming up pretty soon, actually.
Yeah, that was going to be my Stoked on this. I actually was invited by him to come on and read 5 issues from 1969 to 70 of a particular X-Men story arc. And so we covered all those. I was on the podcast with him and his buddy, Ron?
Ryan or Ron or something.
Ron?
Someone with an R.
I think it's Ron.
Yeah.
And it was a blast, man. Like,
Yeah.
it was super fun. That's a really cool podcast they have over there. So I definitely recommend that our listeners go check out the comic book
if you're
rundown.
into comic books, great way to get some fun insight
Yeah.
and everything.
A lot of really good banter, a lot of
Yes.
great jokes, and
Yes.
we go like page by page after reading them and just kind of summarize it for you so you can get the gist
So you
of
don't
what's
have
going
to
on.
own it
No.
to get enjoyment out of it.
No.
But the other thing, more comic book rundown news, is that they just released their new theme song, which was written by Joe and Cam.
You're taking my Stoked on this
Oh,
now.
but the reason I wanted to bring it up is because we did it, guys. he announced Sex
Sex
Turtles
Turtles.
as
Yeah.
the band that made
I
his
saw that.
song. I was like, yes, I
Yeah.
love it.
I will clarify here. Joe wrote the entire song.
Yes.
And then when we were in Miami, he was patiently waiting for me to come back to do the bass part.
Yeah.
And then he just did the bass part.
So, from the mind of Joe, it was
Yeah.
kind of like pretty much our band together, Joe. You wrote almost everything, and I came in and said, hey, I'm going to throw some lyrics on top of this and then take all the credit.
yeah. The lyrics is the thing that I'm worst at, so I like writing music. But
Exactly.
I'm not very good at doing
It's
lyrics.
funny because when I tried to help you guys with music, because Eric, our drummer, was in it sometimes. When I tried to come in, I'd be like, hey, do something like do, and they'd be like, just get out of here. So that's my contribution. Let's move into our first segment. Would you rather?
Hot dog water.
Oh, and the chocolate starfish. So we have a question that actually was written into us by
cool.
a new listener, Charlie Shaw.
Hey, what's up, Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie.
Charlie.
He found out about us because of the Brian and Breaker Power Hour podcast, which is super
Charlie.
awesome. And he said,
Charlie bit me. It's really hurting.
and so what was that unicorn? Was that Charlie?
Charlie the
too?
unicorn.
Charlie the
Oh,
unicorn
yeah, that
too?
was
Yeah, that whole thing.
a bridge, Charlie.
I never got that.
Candy Mountain, Charlie.
Candy Mountain.
Look at the box I opened. So he wrote in and said, I have a day ruiner question that we typically ask a
day
new
ruiner.
employee when they come in. And so I'm going to ask it to you guys. I kind of switched it up just a little bit because the way he asked it, I'm like, well, there's only one logical answer to that.
Right.
So I'm going to ask a little different. So he said, for the rest of your life, would you rather watch your parents have sex every time they do it, or
Not that one.
join them just once and never have to see it? Now, by join them, because we don't promote incest here
No.
on the Wreck My podcast.
It's purely hypothetical.
So
You're
instead
just
of
working the camera.
instead of joining them, it's you have to have sex with your significant other in the same bed with them at the same time they're having sex.
Oh, a family
So you're
orgy.
not doing them, but you're doing your significant other right next to them while they're going at it. So just one time you have to do that. Otherwise, you have to watch them every time they have sex.
Irrelevant
How often are
clarification
they doing it?
question.
Yes.
Well, that and also, where does this guy work? That's the first thing that he asks
You
for
want
employees.
He's a chef.
Oh, all right.
So,
makes sense. You can
in the
ask anything in the kitchen.
They're like,
Yeah.
yeah. In the
All right.
kitchen, they're like, we can't spit a loogie in
No
this guy's
stupid questions,
sauce,
right? I don't
but
know.
we'll
I mean,
ask this
dang,
question.
That's cool.
I think that it gets easier as we get older because our parents are probably having sex less often as we get
You
old.
would think
older.
that, but you don't know.
That's
Yeah, you
true.
don't
You
know.
don't know.
I'm just gonna say, for the sake of never having to watch it every time for the rest of my life,
God, that'd be really cool.
wouldn't that be awful?
Yeah.
I'm with my significant other right now,
Yeah.
and
Joe.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. With
I would just do some fun blindfold stuff and
Oh.
and earplug play.
There you go.
Earplug
It would
play.
Earplug play. No safe
Yeah.
words are happening.
No.
It's not a safe word. It's a safe touch.
Yeah. And just
when I touch your left testicle, it means stop.
yep, and just go as fast as I can
Really?
and run.
Just-
You
Get it
wouldn't
over.
you wouldn't look over and go, "Hey, that's a good move. Let me try that."
No, no. Oh, my dad with his full spinal fusion. It's just like, yeah, no way.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Oh my
So that's the one I would
God.
do just so I would never, ever, ever have
What
to
if
see
I
it again.
said that you can't blindfold or earplug? You have to be fully aware and cognizant in the moment.
I would still do it and still look over at my mom and dad during it because I know it's going to be awkward no matter what.
Why?
And it'd be awkward no matter what. And I go, that's where I came from.
Here's the problem, though.
You
That's
scare me.
how I was
you
made.
really scare me.
Here's the problem with my scenario now, too, is I just created a scenario where now you have two sets of parents on both sides of you in the bed doing it.
And you're in the middle. It's a
And
sandwich.
you're in the middle.
My dad also might listen to this, to be fair.
Oh.
Hi, Dad.
That is one.
Hi, Mr. Clara.
That's his name.
Yeah.
That is
Hi,
one.
I'm not Cam. I am Clara's other boyfriend.
Yep, Dad. Aren't you proud?
Yeah, Mac.
Mac. I am
Good
Mac.
old Mac.
He's the mirror version of Cam.
Uh-huh. And
He's from the upside
and
down.
he's bad.
So-
Mac is terrible.
That would be one hot, sweaty, and smelly room.
And
That
really
would
big
be.
bed.
It would be a huge
Yeah.
bed.
You would
Yeah.
need
It
a
would,
really big
it
bed,
would be the
though.
bed that Grandpa Joe is sleeping in.
And also, Grandpa
Charlie
Joe
the
has to be there. by himself,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he has to be there.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
He just likes to watch.
He got really
Just does,
excited so he
you
could
know.
stand up now. So he's out of the bed.
Yeah.
Stands up, but he has a boner.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
That's why he was laying there for so
Yeah.
long.
But Joe.
Not enough blood for his legs.
Yeah.
That age. So we have Cam who says, do it with the parents.
Just get it over with.
Get it over with. Clara, what would you
I
do?
mean, I guess I'd pick Get It Over With because the other, like, it's just recurrent trauma otherwise.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
and you
true.
never escape it. Like, one and done, you could, like,
Get hypnotized and
you
forget it.
dissociate
Move
or
on.
something.
Well, it's
I
so
don't
traumatic
know.
that you block it out,
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
only until you go to a therapist years later you
Yeah.
realize what was beneath the surface and stuff.
But
yeah.
then you just never go to therapy and you block
Yeah.
it out and
There
you
you
leave
go.
it
Not use
alone.
the phrase bubbling beneath the surface in this question.
Sorry, that's
No,
not
you'd have
bad.
to- you'd have to do the one and
You're
done.
making me
Is that
crack
is
this
that the
open
title
early.
of this episode?
Bubbling beneath the surface? I think so.
I think so.
We got our title within the first 3 minutes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Kate, what would you say? What say thee?
I feel like I would just do it once and just get over it, so I would not have to watch it every time.
Once
Yeah.
and done.
One and done.
Yeah.
That's
One
the
and
right
done.
answer.
Get it
Yep.
out. So, Joe, you agree?
Yep, one and done.
I think I agree too.
What if Jordan was like, you know what? I just want to
I
watch
just
my
wanna- I
parents
just wanna
bang.
watch my parents bang all the time.
Could be
It's
weird,
no
could
different
be
than when I
fun,
was
who knows?
8.
I was
So
gonna say you did find their
No.
dice.
I did. My parents are kinky.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
Cool,
like
fun.
in like high school, I opened the drawer and was like, "Why do these dice say kiss, lick, touch, and then there's body parts on the other
Way
dice?"
to go, Mike and Val.
Yeah. Who? Vicky?
Vicky.
Val. Although,
Vicky.
hey,
His other wife,
my
Val.
my dad's other
Yeah, shh,
family.
don't say anything. I
Like
meant to
the
say Vicky the
memes.
whole time.
You guys had that heart-to-heart at Ruth's Chris when you were getting that whiskey drinking going on.
To be fair, I was totally zoning out and thinking about Brink to go to my happy place, and I thought
Val.
of Val from.
Nice.
Brink, like
okay.
the Disney Channel original movie Brink.
Yeah, which is gonna be covered on
That's
on our
what your happy
podcast
place
eventually.
is?
Yeah,
As soon as
Soul-
Disney Plus
yeah,
comes out.
Team Pup and Suds, Soul
Thanks for the empty
Skating.
one.
That's
No,
but
no,
really
no.
that's your
Mini
happy
cups.
place is Brink.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. When
I
you
think
have
Brink is a good happy place.
When
I
you
mean,
have-
it's fine,
when you
but
have
it's confusing.
watching your parents fuck on the.
I mean, yeah,
like,
I'd rather watch Brink for
Yeah.
sure, but that's just a random left field happy place.
that's a good one.
Is Brink the only
I
option?
guess so. I mean, I
No,
don't
no,
know.
that's just mine. But
Just
that's what made me
Cam's
think of.
option,
That's
I
what made me
Xenon
think
girl
of
of
Val.
the 21st century.
Oh, we talked about that the other day,
Alright.
Clara.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, my
Did your heart go boom, boom, boom?
yeah,
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
make my heart
Mostly.
go.
Zoom.
What was the name of that
My
guy?
super protozoa.
Protozoa.
Yeah.
My supernova girl. My sister, she loved that movie, right? And we were at TGI Fridays, rest in peace, Santa Clarita, and we
All of Santa Clarita.
yeah,
And
and
Friday's closed.
yep.
Done.
And she was sitting right next to my sister, like at the next table, and it was like the first celebrity she's ever seen. And
Wait,
like,
you say Kirsten Storm was?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
Here in Valencia?
Yeah.
Damn, what a missed opportunity.
I loved Kirsten Storm
yeah,
so much.
yeah, biggest crush on her when I was
Yeah.
a kid. And
She's great.
but my sister was like, I don't want to bother her, and then my sister was like, I really like your movie, and
And she was like, "Get out of here, bitch."
no, she like gave my sister a hug, and it
Oh,
was like
that's so
super cool.
nice.
Yeah,
And did she give her a little protozoa doll?
she did. Yeah,
Oh,
she was
wow.
a kid too. I'm sure
Yeah.
it meant something. I'm sure she thought I was cool.
it was probably her first big break. You
Yeah.
know, like it's awesome.
You want to know the last time I watched Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century?
Yesterday.
Yes. No, I was 16 years old. I had the flu, and I was so sick I couldn't get out of bed to change the channel, and the remote was nowhere to be found. And I was like, I guess I'm watching this.
What channel was playing Disney Channel original movies?
When I was 16, Disney
Oh,
Channel.
Disney.
Yeah, I didn't know
This
you were
is
16. I thought this
14
was like yesterday.
years ago.
Well, you said yeah when you said yesterday.
Yeah,
I
I
get
did
that
say yeah.
confusion.
Also, there's worse things you could be watching, like your
That's
parents
true.
having sex, for example.
Yes, Charlie
Every
Shaw.
time, every time they bang.
And I'm pretty sure Charlie Shaw, that
Thought you were gonna say
douchey
Charlie
guy.
Sheen.
I'm pretty sure Charlie Shaw would have said, "Watch my parents have sex,"
Yeah,
because he just seems like that kind of guy.
yeah.
Just kidding, Charlie. We love you.
No, Charlie probably loves watching his parents bang. Whoa, hang on. What if
Charlie.
one of your parents is dead?
Oh, necrophilia.
Yo, you want to know? I don't know if I
Let's
want to
not
say
go
this
there.
out loud. It's not about me. It's about something I saw on the news, but it's pretty weird.
Now you gotta say it.
You already
All
brought
right,
it up.
This. Oh wait, no. Maybe this might have been what Natalie was telling us about. About the
Shout out
girl.
Natalie.
Okay, so check it out. Just shout out to Natalie, my brother's girlfriend. She's super chill. She was telling us about this show that's on Mexican TV, where it's like a judge show.
Telemundo.
So check it out. It's like a judge show. And this episode she was telling us about was this guy who died, and it was a fight over his ashes because he like had a wife in Mexico, and then he had another wife in the United States, and then he also had some dude he was sleeping with. All three of them are fighting over the ashes. and the wife wants to keep them because she put them in a glass dildo and put videos on the internet of her fucking her dead husband in the dildo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
That
rad.
is an untapped market.
Yeah.
So that's my contribution
That's
to that
crazy.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, she has the most valid reason.
I mean,
The boyfriend ended up winning.
Oh,
yeah, the
wow.
boyfriend ended up winning, and the wife had to take all the videos off the internet.
Yeah.
Was it because it was Pride Month, and so they were like, he's
Probably.
gotta
I
will
win.
give it to
He's
him.
gotta
Yeah.
win. He's
Yeah.
gotta win. So let's move into our next segment. Thanks, Charlie Shaw, for
That's a
that
good
one.
question.
And thanks, Clara, for that.
Now you know.
Hey, Cam.
All I wanna do is drink beer for breakfast.
I think Joe has a question for Cam.
Yeah. Have
Are
you ever
you
heard? Have
serious?
you ever heard of
Are
a
you
dildo
serious?
bong?
What?
No, I want it.
What do you do? You use it
Can-
for
wait,
smoking
can you
weed
use
or
it?
for a dildo?
Can
You can
do
use
it?
it for both.
Can you
Why
use it
would
for
you
both
do
at
that?
the same time, though?
Don't do that.
No.
Because
That's
the
bad.
ti- Oh my
that
gosh.
seems like a bad idea.
No, the time saver this thing could be.
Yeah.
Burns. All I have to say is burns.
Oh, and to make it even better,
This
Anal
is
bead dildo.
So funny.
nope.
They have one that looks like a
This is
dragon
like.
penis.
I hope my parents do not listen to this
Yeah.
episode.
This is amazing.
Sorry, mom and dad.
What were we
Hang on.
watching? That.
There's one more that I gotta show you,
I want it.
and
It's
it is
hilarious.
Pokemon dildos.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen those.
Wow.
Yeah, those are cool.
That's nope.
Do you like how pointy the Charmander one is?
Yeah, the Charmander one looks like it hurt, and the Pikachu one is just like that's
butt plug.
lot. Oh, okay, that makes a little more sense. I was gonna be like, that does not look comfortable.
They're called
Turns like
Pokemons.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the
Wow.
dragon dildos?
Gotta get them all.
Dragon.
Yeah,
dildos?
they're for-
Scary. They're
I've
really
seen 'em.
scary.
Yeah,
I
they're
know
they're
what you're
for
talking about.
like
Are
for
they scaly?
yeah, they're
Yeah,
like
they're
for fur.
textured and
They're
everything.
like for furries and therians, so you can know what it's like to fuck a dragon.
Mhm.
Wait, what's a Therian?
Someone that is kind of like being. How do I say this without offending therians?
Well, I thought a Therian was someone who was really into Shakespeare.
No, that's
Just,
what that's.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, but a therian is someone who identifies as an animal rather than identifying
Okay,
as
so
a
they're not a
person.
furry, but they actually identify as
Yes.
instead of cosplaying as.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Here's some nerdy ones, and one of them is supposed to be the Power Glove.
Oh, that's a full-on fist. Is that Thanos' dick in the front?
Wow.
It might be. Oh, you mean that?
Yeah.
No, I think that's a White Walker.
Oh, okay. Ew.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
it's got to be a White Walker because it's not only veiny, but it looks like it's
This is the most.
icy.
This is the most dildo-forward podcast
Yeah.
I've ever had.
Yep.
I mean, hey, don't be ashamed.
We're sex positive.
What?
Yeah,
what?
we are.
Go
The
buy
fact
your
that we live in an
dildo,
age.
everybody.
The fact
You
that we
want a
live in an
dragon one?
age.
Get after it.
Well, the fact that we live in an age where Adam and Eve boxes still have to be discreet. I mean, come on, just get over it, people.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
fine.
So there's the Star Wars sci-fi theme.
Oh.
That would kill you if it was a real
Return of the
lightsaber.
Jedi dildo. That looks awesome.
The Game
Just
of
saying.
Thrones. What's his Longclaw?
Something like
I
that.
think
Why is there a
that's the
cat
name.
on the top
Dildo.
of it?
There's
It's a
cat
wolf.
on the top
Oh,
of
it's a
it?
wolf.
Yeah.
It looked like a
Oh,
cat to me.
I got so excited right now.
And there was the Pokemons.
Well, if there's a cat.
And these are actually all Marvel themed. So there's like the Hulk, Thanos, and all sorts of stuff
Wow.
going on there.
I think the Hulk would be bigger than that.
Yeah, me too. Maybe not. Maybe that's why he's so angry.
Oh,
Hey.
we found the reason.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about
Let's talk
beer.
about beer now. I have a nice nondescript slide
Yeah,
up
'cause
here
you didn't know
I
what I
didn't
was
know what
bringing.
we were doing.
So I went to our favorite brewery again. Pocock. What does it show me?
So there's a Hellboy dildo, and the
Hellboy?
nuts are
The
cut
nuts are,
like
like,
his
cut
horns.
like
Oh,
horns.
that's hilarious.
I want to see it.
That is so funny.
All right, so tell us about Pocock.
yeah,
now that
so-
we're talking about other cocks.
Yeah, so it's a nice segue.
Yeah.
So Claire and I went to Pocock Brewing Company, and we decided to get the Emma's Clown Car,
Emma's Clown Car.
which is one of my personal favorites there.
Mhm,
I don't
it's
get it
very
very
good.
often, but it's just very good.
Mhm.
And so Emma's Clown Car is a creamy Hefeweizen aged on vanilla beans, and it's supposed to be kind of like a banana cream pie.
It's very much
Yeah,
so.
and so its IBUs are 12.3. What is SRM, Jordan?
So it stands. I
Set
forget
of
what it
a-
stands for. No, it's for the color.
Standard Russian men.
It is.
That's what we said on a previous
Yeah,
the
podcast.
standard
So
Russian man.
SRM
It's
in
about
the
the
most
color.
simplest
Rowdy
form is about the
mouse.
color, but it has to do with like the something else. But yeah,
Like so,
color.
the
Okay,
lower
so
the
it's got-
number, the lighter the color, the
Right.
higher the number, the darker.
so it's
So
got a
what's
really
SRM?
light. It's a 6.6, so it's got
Oh,
like a
it's
lighter
pretty low.
amber color.
What's
'Cause it
the
goes up
scale?
to
Is it like-
40
yeah, okay,
something,
that's
I
what was
think.
wondering.
The grains are made with white wheat, Pilsner, Victory, and there's lactose in it. to get that creaminess.
Good luck, Cam.
And see, I love that. You can
Yeah.
taste the lactose
Mhm.
in it. I love
It's
that.
so creamy and good.
Yeah.
And then there's it's made with Willamette hops. And so
Cameron, did you have to get the one beer that has lactose?
There's so
in it?
many
Did
there
you
that I
do
get.
No,
that on
they
purpose?
have. I think their experimental IPA has lactose, in
Oh,
it too.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ,
It's a
Cameron.
it's a 5.5% ABV. And so it's
Did we say IBUs? 12
Yeah, we
point,
did.
12
Yeah.
point something, right?
Yeah. And so this beer is delicious.
Oh, it's so good.
It's super refreshing. And one of my favorite things they do is if you get an Emma's Clown car there, you can get a
Real clown car. Filled with clowns.
They squirt you with the little flower.
yeah, you can get a little a floater of the It's My Island on top, which is their Irish dry stout that won silver at the Great American Beer Fest.
Yes.
And so you can get that on there. It tastes like a chocolate covered banana.
Ooh,
Nice.
chocolate covered banana.
It's
That should be a
delicious.
dildo.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of sex toys, I had a friend who worked for a company
You scared me for a
that
second.
made a certain sex toy, and I'm going to show you the picture of it because it's quite awkward.
okay.
It's Jordan's face.
Oh, that's gross. Why would you want to do that?
Let me see.
Oh no. Oh no.
So we should probably key in our audio
No.
listeners here.
yeah.
It's upsetting. Get
it is a-
ready.
it's
It
a
is-
foot.
It's a full silicone foot with a pocket pussy in
Yeah.
the ankle.
It's
But
a
it's
foot.
in the
and
top-
it
it
looks
looks
like
like
a
a severed
realistic
foot.
foot.
Yeah.
It looks like a severed
That looks
foot.
way too realistic.
That
Yeah.
is so.
That's foot fetish to a new level.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
Dahmerish.
I don't
Yeah.
like that. I don't like that one bit.
Clara, do you want to talk about the beer that you got for yourself that you don't want to share with
Yeah,
anybody?
tell us about your secret beer.
She shared it with me.
It's a Peschel beer. It's
Was that
the
a Peschel?
smoothie beer.
Peschel.
Is that like
It
Joe
was,
Peschel?
It was Depeche Mode beer.
It's a Depeche
Peschel.
Mode beer. What do I tell about it?
What-
You
how-
tell
what
about
is it?
Cam.
What
I don't
is
know.
it?
It's delicious.
So Clara is drinking the Trade Secrets from Pocock, which
Yes.
is a collaboration with RT Rogers Brewing Company in
Yep.
Sierra Madre. It has an ABV of 6.3%, and it is a tart
so
ale.
tasty.
It's amazing.
So it's not quite a sour. So it's not super
It's
super.
more like smoothie.
yeah, it tastes like a
Definitely
smoothie,
It does.
and it's made with guava and raspberry.
So good together.
And it is one of the most delicious things I have ever
I had
tasted.
it Wednesday night at trivia.
I had it
was
Wednesday night at
so
trivia
Yummy
also.
time.
Freaking good.
It
Yummy
is so good.
Yeah.
I don't have any of the other metrics on how the beer is made because they didn't give us a card for it.
Do you want me to look it up real quick on
Yeah,
Untappd?
that you could do that. Also, I'll tell a story then.
Tell a story.
I host at RT Rogers Brewing Company occasionally in Sierra Madre, and before this was released, it was the day before it was released. They poured me like a little snifter of it, and immediately after drinking it, I fell in love, and it became one of my my favorite fruit flavored beer I've ever had.
That is good.
It is really, really tasty.
So if you want to know more about it, IBUs are unknown, not
nice.
available. It has 80 check-ins at a 4, which is good. And then the style guide says brewed in collaboration with our good friends at RT Rogers Brewing. That's all they have on
Nice.
there. Not too much.
What's the max? You said it was a 4. What's the max?
5.
All right. Well, everybody on there's wrong because it's a 5.
Well,
I'd give it a 4.
Shove it. It's
you know what's
5.
you know
I'd
what's
give it a 5
bad.
too.
Perfect 10.
The first time I drank it, I gave it a 3.75. But since
Rude,
I've been
Jordan.
getting into
I would
sours
agree.
now,
Yeah.
on Wednesday
I'm
I gave it
personally
a
offended by that.
4.75.
Yeah,
So it's
All
really
right.
good. I love it. It's great.
it's delicious.
It is freaking delicious.
Yeah.
All right, moving in to our next segment.
Girl problems, I feel bad for your son. I've got 99 problems in the bitchin' one.
So this is hashtag problems. This is the part of the podcast where we talk about things that are problems, that are first world problems, pretty much.
Yeah.
Essentially what it is. Guys, you have a hashtag problem this week?
I do.
Ooh, tell me.
So as a bunch of people at the table know that my dog got diagnosed with cancer in her toe, and had to get her toe removed. But I'm going to complain about the first vet we went to.
I told you not to go there.
I know, Kate, shut up.
Which vet was it?
Happy
Penny, I told you so.
Pets. In
The one right
Sanford.
across the street right here?
Yeah.
That's where I
Apparently,
took my
do not
dogs
go there.
to.
Yeah, and I had good luck
Go
until then.
elsewise.
But
There.
what we have
Elsewise.
what we have realized is that the best doctor, Dr. Johnson, relocated to Santa Monica. So
And I haven't gone since we got
Dr. Johnson
Bailey.
was incredible. One of
Don't
the
go
best
there.
doctors ever for your pets. But now they're gone. And this vet, Olive had like an open sore on her toe. Her nail was split. They did an x-ray, and they're like, oh, it might be an infection or it's cancer. We don't know. And then, like, dressed the wound and took her home.
You explained it to Kate, and she basically gave you an answer right there.
She
and
saw
then.
the x-ray and was like, that's cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And Kate is a vet tech. Like, not like, you know, like it's
The doctor there should
the
have been able to
doctor
tell
should have been
basically
able to
is the
tell
issue.
immediately. And so the doctor was like, oh, well, we don't know. They bring her back in to look at the wound, and they're like, oh, it's all healed up. It's good. Olive walks back out limping, leaving blood spots on the like tile in there.
Oh,
And
you know, the healed up wound.
yeah,
that bleeds.
Yeah.
and my mom calls the vet tech, is like, her foot is still open, and they're like, oh, the doctor only looked at the top of the foot. So
Like, how do you get that wrong on a
Exactly,
chart?
exactly.
How do you get that wrong with your eyes?
yeah, and if
You
it's
don't
like,
look at
oh,
the bottom, yo.
yeah, the dog's foot is hurt. Look at the whole fucking foot.
Yeah.
Right? Like, don't be like, oh, look, the top of the foot. It's covered in hair. Like, it looks fine.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
And so
dumb.
we go to another vet. They remove the toe. They're like, it's cancer, like straight up cancer. They took the toe out. Good news about Olive, though. Cancer free now. Only lost her middle toe. Got her bandage off today.
She didn't even
Even
know
notice it's gone.
She
running
has
around like normal.
no
right?
idea
Yeah.
it's gone.
That's
so,
awesome.
So that's the silver lining to that.
Yeah.
But fuck Happy Pets in Valencia,
Which
California.
is so crazy because I used to go there when I had our first dog, Coda. He had kennel cough when we got him, and I took him over there. And then when we got Bailey, we took her too because she was having problems at the beginning. And so, but I haven't gone there in like probably 2 years now.
Yeah.
So,
I will never go back there. I took my cat there for a spay, and they killed her.
Oh my gosh,
That's a routine thing.
that's a thing they do
I
at
know.
pounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yep. They called me 2 hours
Wow.
later saying, sorry, this happened, because they gave the pet too much anesthetic medication.
Oh my God, how do you do
That's-
that? Which is not something I want to hear a week out from me going in under anesthesia. Right now.
You'll be fine.
I know.
I mean,
I'm a
just
human.
don't go to Happy
Don't go to
Pets,
Happy
Jordan.
Pets. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't get
Good.
it done
I
there.
decided to go to a different vet for my anesthesia.
Yeah.
If you need a vet, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
You're
tell
going to
you.
Herschel
Well,
on the
human
Walking
person.
Dead.
I had to go into Herschel with the Walking
Yeah.
Dead. I had to call like late one night to a vet because our dog we left some chocolate up on the counter and she
Good
got
job,
into all of
baby.
it.
That's funny.
All of it. But
It's
it
not, but
it
it
was
is.
white chocolate though, and they were like, well, just
probably
monitor her.
fine.
She's like,
It's just
she's
sugar and
probably
butter.
fine.
Yeah.
I would say
Like
white
chocolate's the
isn't real
best.
chocolate.
Yeah.
It's just sugar and
So
butter
like
and
if she
vanilla.
starts having seizures, bring her in. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
So one time, my mom, when she just got her dog Gus, he's a French bulldog, and he was a puppy.
He's so
Big.
cute.
And he's really cute. He's the
And he's
pig.
fat.
Focus.
He's
He's
very
fat, though.
fat. But
He's
when he was
a
just
bean and cheese burrito.
He is.
he looks like it. When he was just a small baby dog, me and my brother bought one of those 1 pound Hershey bars because we were like, my parents have a fire pit in the backyard. We're gonna make s'mores.
Yeah.
And
He's
we
the
were,
marshmallow.
stoned in the
He is the
backyard.
marshmallow.
We get in the jacuzzi. We leave the chocolate bar on this like seat that we have in the outside because we're like, he's tiny. He can't even jump up there. Whatever. So we get out of the hot tub. He has licked a triangle from the top 2 corners all the way down the 1 pound chocolate
course.
bar to the end in the middle. And we were like, oh shit. Because my mom would have murdered us if
Yeah.
something happened to this dog.
Yeah, her
So we
mom and
couldn't
dad
even
love
tell-
Gus more
Oh,
than they love
yeah.
her children.
They leave. So check this out. They left to go to Maine for a month, and the last thing my dad said to me in the most serious voice I've ever heard him say, he just goes, Clara, take care of Gus. He's a good egg. Okay.
Not
Whatever.
like, hey Claire, if you need anything, we're just a phone call away.
no,
like,
no.
hope you're all right.
And just
That,
take care
and he
of
also
Gus.
kind of looks like an egg.
Yeah,
he is. He
does.
looks exactly like
But
an
so
egg.
he licks this triangle, right? And me and my brother are like, all right, we can't tell mom because she was already asleep. We're also so stoned, knew we were going to get in trouble. We were just like, all right, we're just going to watch him all night. I'm like looking stuff up on my phone. Like, what happens if small dog eats so much chocolate? Like, will he die?
That's when you don't
God.
Google things.
So he just sleeps through the night. And me and my brother sat next to him in the kitchen the whole
Whole
time because we were terrified that something bad was going to happen to him. And he didn't even throw up.
So
Nothing
Is it just
happened.
because like Hershey just like?
I mean, it's
is
just basically
chocolate.
plain sugar.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was like, dude, what?
Yeah.
You're so small. And you
Well,
ate so much chocolate.
It's kind of crazy because I read an article about things dogs aren't supposed to eat, and there's some weird things like grapes.
Yeah.
Grapes
Really?
are highly toxic.
Yeah,
to
and
them.
I'm like, these are things they don't tell us. I'm like, I've had multiple dogs eat chocolate and be fine. I've never heard of these other things
Yeah.
though, like
Yeah.
mushrooms,
Onions.
grapes, onion.
Onions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
avocados.
Which-
Avocados are toxic
I was
to
like,
most animals.
sometimes
Yeah.
when we chop up onions, if like a dice thing falls down, I don't mind because I'm like, oh, Bailey will just eat it. Now I'm like, no one told me an onion they're not supposed to eat.
Yeah.
Luckily, my dog hates vegetables and will not eat them.
That's
so
funny. Cool.
yeah, so she didn't eat any
Have
of
you
them.
tried
but-
carrots? Gus loved carrots.
No,
Yeah.
my first dog Coda loved them because of the crunch, but I tried to give him the Bailey and
She's
she
like,
just
"No
sniffs them and
dice."
is like, screw that. She'll only eat meat.
Yeah.
That's
She's
it.
like, I know that's good for me. I don't want it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. Does anyone else have a hashtag problem?
Claire does.
All right. So this morning,
Oh, yes, this story.
This is
I
good.
went to McDonald's, as I usually do,
They fucked
twice
up
a
your
week.
order, huh?
Yeah, dude. So check it out. We wait in the drive-thru line. It's longer than ever. Usually when I go to this McDonald's, no one's there.
Were you judging the people in front of you with how much bags they were getting given to
I
them?
don't even pay attention because
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
I
Is that
just
a
want
thing?
this to be done.
I do it, yeah.
I'm done. I just want my freaking McGriddle. Like, y'all are in my way, right? So I go to McDonald's. We're waiting in the line. This McDonald's has only one lane in the drive-thru, but 2 of the screens that you order at, which makes no freaking sense, but whatever. So we order on the first one because the guy asked. We pull up to the second one. He's like, what do you want? We're like, Cam sang a weird song because we already ordered. So actually we didn't say anything. Then we pull up to the window. He's like, okay, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. And I was like, no, it's a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. So I paid for it. Pull up to the next window, give us the bag. They're like, here you go. I look in it, and it has a breakfast sandwich and a hash brown in it. And I'm like, word. They gave me the latte that I ordered with it. Fine.
It
we
wasn't
get
a McGriddle.
all the way home. It was a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Why didn't you open it?
I did it. Well, I opened it at the time, but I just didn't realize it was not the right thing. So then I also was driving.
Rookie mistake.
I was driving, to be fair. So then,
And there were a lot of Pokemon in that parking lot.
yeah, it was a little distracting.
Oh, I get that.
I get it too.
So we get all the way
I'll
home.
get
I pulled it out, and I was like, God damn it. This is not what I wanted. Normally, I would have just ate it, but today I was really pissed. Wasn't feeling it, and I also knew it was going to make me sick right away, and I'm not going to just get sick for the thing I didn't want. I'll get sick for the thing I wanted to get sick for, right? Word, okay.
Like Cam does for milkshakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know how it is. So we drove all the way back to McDonald's, and I had to go inside.
Oh, that's the
I
worst.
hate
I
going
had to go
inside.
Who goes inside of
the
McDonald's
McDonald's.
anymore?
I had to
Come
go
on.
inside.
They deliver
We
now.
talked
There
to
should
the
be no
manager.
reason that
we talked to
inside
the king
exists.
of that McDonald's.
The king.
I got what I wanted.
Ronald
but I'm
was
still
there?
upset
Yeah,
about
Ronald
it.
was there.
Yeah, the whole clown guy and the Hamburglar was there. It was terrible.
The
But I
big
did get what I wanted
Purple
out of
guy
it.
was there.
Grimace.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm still stuck on McDonald's delivers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Uber
What? Oh no! Actually,
for free right now.
but don't do it though, because the only time I ever got McDonald's delivery, I've never been sicker in my life. Me and my brother both were literally sitting next to each other, taking turns barfing into his trash can once.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Okay,
Wow.
let's not do
Awful.
that. But
Never
that's a
in
good
my life
idea.
have I, like, to the point where I was not even throwing anything up. I
Can
was
you
just like,
imagine getting chicken nuggets delivered? Hell yeah.
Can we get a delivery of what? 3,000 chicken
Chicken
nuggets.
We need
1600
nuggets,
Pennsylvania.
Stan.
Nuggets now. Do you guys have a hashtag problem?
I do not,
No.
but
And
I have a very happy thing. But we don't have to go
Joe's
there.
typically the guy that goes, my life's pretty good. I don't have a hashtag problem. So I'll tell you my hashtag
I
problem.
don't have a hashtag problem.
My
Like my
hashtag
life.
problem is this freaking Mulan trailer that just came out that
Wait, pause before you get too far into it. How many remakes are they doing right now?
All of them.
every movie.
All of them
Remaking
right
all-
now.
So,
basically
so
all
they've
the
done
originals.
Why-
they've done Cinderella.
Why aren't they just like
They've done Snow
pacing
White.
it out?
They've done Jungle Book.
Beauty and the
They've
Beast.
done Beauty and the Beast. They've done Aladdin.
Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, they did a
Sleeping Beauty.
Maleficent, like a different.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty. I'm probably missing a few, but now they have Lion King coming out. They have Mulan coming out. They
the other
have,
Aladdin.
Well,
Is that already out?
No, Aladdin's already out.
Okay, word.
Little
Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Mermaid got
Yeah.
announced.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like there's some other ones I'm missing.
Which also, you guys, get over it about the Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
an
you're-
aside.
you're a fictional
I'm probably
character.
preaching to the choir right now, but let's get over it.
I hope that our listeners are
Not
Yeah.
racist.
well,
That'd be
like
cool.
like normal
Yeah.
enough to
Yeah.
just be like, yeah, who cares?
Mermaids don't exist, you guys.
Like
They're not real.
Again. I mean, if we're gonna look at the history of it, like guys, we've been having white people take.
Also that.
like other races roles
Yeah.
for so long now, we're still winning in the race.
Yeah.
So I mean, don't worry about it.
We're still winning in the race.
So don't even
It's
worry
true.
about it. But
Literally the only race that white people can win.
yeah, exactly. the Aryan race. So,
Oh no! Oh no!
So our friend Eric is in Germany right now.
Yeah,
Shout out
he
to
is.
Eric. He's blonde and blue-eyed too.
They're gonna
He
love
fits
him.
right in.
Yeah.
So this Mulan trailer. This is why I'm so upset about it. It looks boring as hell. I hear
It
that they're
does.
not even doing the
Mushu?
majority of the songs.
Whoa.
Well,
No,
Mushu,
they're the
Mushu is gone, and the
What?
majority of the songs aren't in it. And
Yep.
I go,
Hold on, hold
what's
on.
the point? What is the point?
Yeah.
They took out Mushu?
Yes,
He's so
Mushu is
cute.
not in there.
I'm like,
Yeah.
if
What, how are they going to...
I don't want to watch it.
if
now.
I want to watch a historical movie about samurai,
You're gonna
with-
watch The Last
I was
Samurai
gonna
with
say
Tom
about
Cruise.
someone who's not supposed to be a samurai.
Yeah.
I'll just watch The Last Samurai.
Yeah.
Whatever. But like Mulan, I want a freaking dragon voiced by Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like if they made
Also the
that's-
songs.
Well, that's also like if they made Lilo and Stitch and they're just like, no aliens in it.
No Stitch, though.
Like, yeah, what's
it's just
the point?
Lilo.
Lilo and...
Lilo
Hulu.
and
Lilo.
and
Not
Lilo
uh,
and her friends.
what's the family called?
Lilo and Friends.
Lilo and Ohana.
Ohana. Is that what they
Yeah,
say?
Ohana
yeah,
means
Lilo
family.
and Ohana. There you go.
means family.
Yeah, like it's
No,
just
no, that was a good
so
one.
dumb. My other hashtag problem here is that Friends is leaving Netflix in 2020, which means Friends and The Office are going to be gone. Parks
Where's
and
The
Rec
Office going to go?
2021. It's going to NBC, their streaming platform.
Everyone is making their own streaming platform.
Good
Everyone.
golly
But you want
gosh.
to know where Friends is going to, which is super weird? HBO is coming out with a new thing in 2020
Weird.
called HBO Max, and it's a mixture of
Oh, because
HBO.
HBO Go and HBO and whatever else they had wasn't enough?
But no, they're compiling all of the HBO stuff as well as a bunch of other random things like Friends
That they paid
into this
for
new
to
thing,
syndicate, yeah.
HBO Max. But you know what's not going to be on it? DC Universe.
Good.
Even though they own it,
Yeah.
Warner Media is saying, nah.
Nah. Yeah. I personally don't
hate
care about the
TV.
Friends thing.
Well, I know you don't care, but I figured that our listeners would probably care about
Listeners
that.
would. Yeah.
I watch it frequently. But
Friends is the thing that I put on when I'm having a panic attack and I need to get my mind off of it.
Yeah.
Fair.
I throw Friends on. So I'm like, what am I going to watch on Netflix now? If
Right.
The Office and Friends are gone, what am I
Ooh.
going to do during a panic attack?
you can watch How I Met Your Mother on Hulu.
I have to get
Or-
Hulu then.
Or
It is so funny.
not a sitcom, but Catfish.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I
Young
need
Catfish.
something that's a sitcom that
Yeah.
I
I know,
'cause
know
it's calming,
to get
I
out
get
of
it.
my mind space.
Yeah.
I get it.
If
And
I watch-
Catfish is very high intensity.
If I watch,
Yeah.
well, also,
Very-
so
it's just a reality
Catfish,
show.
R.I.P. to Catfish on my DVR because I just took it off my DVR.
Oh
'cause
no.
We,
Oh,
the
good
past few episodes, Madison and I both looked at each other and went, "Do you even want to watch this anymore?" I'm like, "No, it's so
Always,
repetitive now." But
always.
it's so repetitive.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes, you do.
I don't even care about watching the new episodes. Like, if,
Yeah,
if
but you
they're
have to
playing
go through
them there,
like 3 of the same one, and then you get one where it's like
but
Crazy.
You've
I
been
haven't
talking
had
to a
since-
14-year-old.
No, since 2 seasons ago when they had the medium on, I haven't had an episode that I was actually
Word.
like, "Wow, this is really good."
Right.
I
Yeah, the
haven't-
medium one was really
That
good.
medium
episode
one
was
really
nuts.
good. Anyway, those are our hashtag problems. Does anyone have a story, or are we gonna go right past story time?
Kate said
Do you-
that she was
yeah,
happy
you,
about
you are
something.
happy about something? Here, let
Yes.
me cue you in real quick.
Okay.
You want to hear a story? Oh, cool. Because it's story time. With Wreck My Podcast.
What did you just say?
With Wreck My
With Wreck My
Podcast.
Podcast.
Oh, you said that really fast.
Yep.
So
That's the joke.
So I
I
started.
don't have one.
I started working at this new clinic, and
Woo!
we have new staff, and then we got
Have
rid
a
of
British person there.
We do. His name's Stuart, and he's super cool.
Bloody hell, mate.
He is so awesome. Anyway,
Righto.
he wants to meet all of you guys.
Hello, Stuart.
I want to meet Stuart also.
He wants
About
to
that
meet you
time, eh,
guys.
chap? Righto.
Hello, Stuart.
Sorry, keep going.
It's okay.
I think this dog needs to be euthanized.
There was a big ball of light.
That's
You-
literally
I
what
want
he
you to
said.
ask him. I want you to say, "You sound like you're from London."
All right, so
Anyway, sorry.
new clinic.
New clinic. We had some problems with the doctor that was working there.
She was rude.
Sexual harassment.
No,
Oh.
She was really rude.
she was a bitch.
She was a dog.
Oh.
But-
she was a dog.
We had a problem with her. She was a
It's like
dog.
Airbud.
Yeah.
And she is now gone, and it is the greatest thing ever.
Hell
Oh, that's
yeah.
nice.
Work has been
Yeah.
so great for all of us, including the actual owner. He was having issues with her.
Mm-hmm.
So then on Thursday, we packed all of her shit and said bye.
And send it to Happy Pets.
Yeah.
What's weird is she's now practicing medicine at Henry Mayo.
No,
That's
she.
strange.
Okay, so the thing
It
about
wouldn't
her.
surprise me.
Probably fine.
right.
Well, she used to have her own practice,
Ooh.
and something happened and it fell through.
Mm.
Probably because everyone quit because she was such a terrible woman.
That's what I was told by
Sexual
the
harassment.
other people. No.
Well, doesn't she
Char-
also
Charlie
have a,
Day was working for her. She looked like Jennifer Aniston.
Doesn't she
I feel
also
like I've
have a-
seen this before.
a lawsuit against her?
She does.
Oh,
Wow,
that's
for
never,
what?
That's never a good sign.
Hit it,
Sexual
girl.
harassment.
What happened to
no,
her? What did
something.
she do?
She misdiagnosed the pet,
Oh, wow.
and it ended up dying. So now they actually have a lawsuit against her
Class action.
for that. But with her being gone, everyone is peaceful. Everyone enjoys their time being at work now, and even the owner, he was just like so much happier. He even made a comment yesterday saying that it's not a tornado in here anymore.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because she was a handful.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
That's nice to
I
not have to
know.
dread going to work.
I
Yeah.
know. I dreaded it. I woke
What
up and I was
a
like, I don't want to
blessing.
go to work. And now she's not there.
You know what I just
Let's
did?
go.
I just downsized my company, so I'm the only one who works here.
Yeah.
Good.
That's my positive
That's good.
story.
I like that. I
It's
like
great.
that. I like that.
You want to go to work every day.
It's true. You do.
And be
yeah,
happy
'cause-
at work
And be
every
happy
day.
because like you need to make that Skrilla. So guys, I
love to
have
meet
a
Skrillex.
I have a new
Segment?
jingle.
Okay.
Not a segment.
Okay, new
it's
jingle.
a Patreon question.
Okay, but you
But
have
I
a jingle.
haven't done it. And Joe, I believe, commented to me that he wanted this to be the jingle for it. We just got a question. We just got a question. We just got a question. It's from Patreon.
Yes!
I love
it's our
it.
I
Patreon
love it.
question, and that's as
Cause here's the question never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna wail. Question!
there you go. Thank you, mailbox. So,
That's great.
we have a Patreon question this week from the Brew Interviews.
Nice, my homies.
Robbie and Lauren over at the Brew Interviews, their question. By the time this question is on an episode, Lauren and I will have hit 50 episodes of the Brew Interviews and have learned a lot throughout our short amount of time podcasting. Us, on the other hand, have been doing it for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And have a little bit more experience. That being said, is there anything that you know now podcasting that you wish you would have known at the beginning, or any advice for other people thinking about starting a podcast? Cheers.
Oh, it's a really good question.
It is a great question.
I will say, just have so much respect for the person that's actually editing all of it, because
At
you
this
know,
point, I don't listen to most of it.
Not
I'm just
anymore,
like,
yeah.
but it's good enough.
earlier on, like, you know, Joe Krager and I would just come in and
Yeah.
we'd like shoot the shit and then like hang out and then be like, all right, Jordan, have fun.
See ya.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
We didn't realize how much went into it.
yeah, I feel like we've collaborated a little bit
Yeah.
more as of late, but nonetheless, you still are the pilot of the ship. You
Well, it
know?
also helps that this show we do live.
Yeah.
Like this is pretty much a
It's
done
unedited.
product.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless we take like a break to pee or something or
Right.
whatever. Even then, we usually fill in space.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at this point, we could throw this thing live on Facebook and just have it upload right after
Yeah,
we're
do the
done,
same.
you know, and
Yeah.
it'd be the same. So,
Um,
we're getting there. That's good. Yeah.
But nonetheless, that's something that I've come to
Mm-hmm.
learn. Also, have like some just don't tell people that you're just starting to date to listen to your podcast, because then they yell at you when you break up with them.
Well, also,
Wait, what?
people. No, first off, people.
You guys remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. People that listen to
Dang, that
podcasts
sounds
need
crazy.
to understand that we are presenting a character. Yes, we're mostly the people that we give you on this podcast, but I say some kind of racially insensitive things that I don't actually believe
To try and be funny and push the envelope.
funny.
Yeah.
We definitely
like
do.
we are exaggerating ourselves
Yeah.
to be funny.
Absolutely.
So not everything we say is true. So if we say, "Yeah, I'm out in the dating pool just to get listeners," we don't actually mean that.
Yeah, and
Like,
don't
that's
send
not-
an angry
Yeah,
message to
that
all of
is a-
my friends.
That is a joke that we are making.
This occurred to you?
This
Yeah.
occurred to him.
Wow. That's an
And she was
experience.
hardcore into the show too, because she even like came to trivia one night. 'Cause she wanted
Okay,
to
yo,
meet
but
all
check
of us.
this out. Did she like the show before you started dating? Maybe she just
No.
was
No.
like a weird
No,
stalker groupie.
she wasn't.
Oh
No,
well,
she
she said
wasn't.
no, but yeah,
Yeah.
Never
maybe
know,
maybe
though.
She
she
did
was
notice
a
Maybe
I
that's
hardcore
why she was
fan.
so mad about it, yo.
She was like, "Why the hell did you say that? I showed it to my
That could
brother."
have been
And I
it.
was
That
like,
really
okay.
could have been it.
But it's also
think she
like
still
we're
listens?
joking. I don't know. Hey, person, are you listening? I
hope
forget
not.
her name.
Hello, friend. I'm sorry I stole your man.
That probably just pissed her off too. I
That's
forgot
her
her name.
I almost said her name, but I don't want to
I
give her
think-
the
Don't do
satisfaction.
it.
I think
Don't do
I
it.
remember it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yep, I was right.
Joe, do you have any advice to someone who's been on
Yeah.
starting
Be
their
organized. Have like a plan of what you want to say. Have
Like
a
little
structure.
Yeah, a little structure.
Yeah,
Helps
rather
a lot.
than trying to do everything off the top of your head. If you forget
Yes.
things, or if for whatever reason, if you have a guest on or something, and there's a little bit of a dead air, you have something to fill it with.
Yeah.
And most importantly, have fun.
Yeah, that's
Also,
the most important
be
part.
yourself, because if people are digging what you're doing and you're just being yourself, that's awesome. Because then you don't have to
It's
not like a job.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
life advice also.
Yeah, this is also life
It's just
advice.
fun to
100%.
do. It's something that I know I look forward to doing
Same.
every single
Yeah,
single
exactly.
week.
I would say be brief, but we're not good at that ourselves.
No.
So maybe not.
If you have something that is concise, like we are relatively brief on our Wednesday show.
Yes,
Right?
100%.
Because we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This whole show is all about just like having like
The banter,
conversations
the
and our
fun.
banter
Yeah.
and like tangents is our wheelhouse.
It's also like
Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
allowing you to
for
be
real,
a
though.
fly on the wall right now in a
Yeah.
conversation we're having.
Where it's just like a bunch of friends hanging out and drinking
Yeah.
beer. Like
And
that's
also-
That's what
essentially
we're
it.
doing.
Yeah,
And
and it
friends.
helps that we have really good chemistry together.
Yes.
Yeah.
One thing I would say to people that are thinking about starting a podcast, and shout out to my friend Corey. He is at Beer Driven on Instagram. He reached out to me because he's thinking about starting a podcast himself about beer and stuff. Wanted
Cool.
some advice. Here's the thing I told him. Equipment is key.
So
I cannot
important.
tell you how many podcasts fail because they go, I don't really want to spend a lot of money, so I'm just going to use Audacity and my
Nope.
built-in microphone on
Nope.
my computer.
Nope.
People will not listen to you
Yeah, it
because
sounds
of
horrible.
poor sound quality.
You
And
can
we don't
get-
have the best,
No.
but
look
we
at
have
the,
good.
Look at the difference between our episodes now and some of our first episodes.
Yeah.
When I went back and did that way back Wednesday episode, I was like, wow, our sound quality was awful
Atrocious,
back
yeah.
in the first like
Oh,
20
no.
episodes.
And we're still trying to make
We're
improvements.
still trying to make it good, yeah.
And a really economical way to do it is even if you are recording on your just laptop and doing that kind of shit, you can get a snowball mic online. Those
20
little snowball
25
condensers
bucks,
for
I think.
$25,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
have such clear, nice sound.
If you're going to do a podcast, you need to understand you're going to be putting some money into this. You might get a return later,
Eventually,
but at the beginning, you have hosting fees, you have equipment fees, you have your time. These
Yeah.
are things you have to take into account.
Yeah.
They're going to be there. If you're not ready to do that, to spend money and time on this, get
Don't
a
do
different
it.
hobby.
Goes
But-
back to being organized.
But it's also like all hobbies cost you money. So if this is something you enjoy doing, think of it that way.
yeah. And
You're paying for something you enjoy doing.
this is something that I think that you could take from when I was in art school, right? Is be open to feedback, but you don't have to listen to everybody's feedback,
No.
right?
Because if the feedback is something you're like, well, this is the crux of what, like if someone were to respond to us and be like, stop talking about pop culture so much.
Yeah.
Well, that's our show. If you don't like it, don't listen
Don't
to our
listen to
show.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Bye.
you can take it's
Felicia.
obviously your listener base is your priority, right? That's the whole
course.
thing is you want to have a listener base.
and it's going to start with your friends and your family.
Absolutely. And at the beginning, everyone's going to be like, man, this is great. And then when you start getting the strangers in, then you're going to start getting in different little nuggets. Some people are just
Yeah.
going to hate you because they hate your podcast idea.
Yeah.
But some people may have some little kernels of wisdom that you can take and adapt and put into your program, you know? And, you know, it's really hard to distinguish because if you're doing something that you absolutely care about, like we all care about the podcast, when someone's like, hey, I hate this part, it's hard to not take it personally.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you just kind of go, you know what, look at it objectively, kind of listen to it as a listener and take yourself out of it, you can really improve the quality of what we were putting forward.
Very true.
The other thing I would suggest is start making friends with other podcast
Yes.
shows and other
Networking is
people in
huge.
podcasts, and even see if you could be a guest on their show.
Yeah.
yeah, networking is huge. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
a good
brew
question, Robbie
interviews.
and
Yeah,
Lauren.
that was a very. I even told him like that's almost too much of a formal good question.
Yeah.
and then he
Especially from them, nerds.
And then he asked me another thing, like, would any of you get fisted in the butt? I was like, I need a different
does he mean,
question.
does he
Robbie.
mean again?
I don't know.
That's a
Yeah.
hard pass, Bob.
That's that. $1, Bob.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's move into our next segment, which is where I give you guys something to ponder.
Okay.
It's shorter this
It
time.
is shorter.
If a kid refuses to sleep during nap time, are they guilty of resisting arrest?
Yes. Legally, yes.
Which I forgot that we have someone who could bring us a law point of view on the
Yeah.
podcast.
1/3 of a lawyer.
Can I slap on the ironclads on them?
Yeah.
1/3 of a lawyer.
1/3.
Yeah, she just completed 1 year
Is that-
of
I
3
was
years
3.
of law school.
So I'm
Oh, I thought
1/3
that
of a
was
lawyer.
a joke about your height.
Thanks,
You're actually
Jordan.
not short.
Hey,
You're
listen,
probably
you wanna
taller
know
than
what?
me.
I am 2 inches above the average American woman.
There you
so-
go.
And I know that for a fact because I looked it up because
I'm-
someone called me short.
And I am 2 inches shorter than the average American penis.
And
Hey, I got your less 2 inches. So moving into our next
my
segment.
God.
Since Krager's not here, we're going right by
Aw.
Krager's thing and to this one.
While we haven't heard or seen it, there is something to perceive in level type and hype. Give us something to believe on. When they chose to focus emphasis, we're forming a hypothesis. But all we really know is that we're stoked on this, stoked on this. Stoked on this.
There's a lot of not talking over the jingles when Krager's not here.
Yeah.
So thanks to Ben from Petrified Gumbo Music for that awesome song. He made that for us.
Also, shout out point of contention. Shout out Krager because he's going to listen to this.
Yeah.
He said
Hello,
I would.
Krager,
He said
Krager.
I would. The podcast was a lot less pretentious when I wasn't here.
Did he say? I thought I made that joke.
No, he said that.
Oh, he said that joke?
Yeah, you said that it went unglued because I wasn't here,
Yeah.
which I appreciated. Also, there's nothing pretentious about having knowledge about the thing that you are knowledgeable in.
That was a pretentious thing to say.
I was just gonna say. Damn.
That's why I said it.
Point and case.
That was the
case
whole.
and point.
That was the whole joke.
Was it?
Advantage.
Yes.
Wreck my podcast. So
It's the whole fucking joke.
people
And you
don't
just
get our
killed
jokes,
it.
obviously.
No, apparently not.
Yeah, especially Cam's jokes. So, guys, what are you stoked on this week in pop culture or life in general? I stole Joe and Cam's. Do you
Yeah,
have anything else you're
Well,
stoked on?
I'll reiterate. Listen in the next coming weeks to the comic book rundown because I am going to be on it talking about the X-Men. Also, I'm excited about the list of all the Pokemon that were revealed, the new Pokemon that are going to be revealed in Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield. That's right.
Like Cool Whip.
Yeah, like Cool Whip, the Pokemon. What was it called? The all creamy.
All cream. All creme.
The whipped cream
All
one.
creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for that. Like
She's
scary.
like
that,
my center. All creamy.
that scary Steel Crow.
Yeah, the Steel Crow thing looked cool.
And then the weird like robot Tyranitar. It's kind of like Mecha Godzilla.
Ooh, yeah.
It's kind of sick. And I did this with my hands because it has one that's indented and one that has like a protrusion, and like in its little bio it says that like it grinds up rocks to eat them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Claire's
That's
gonna think
metal.
it's a dinosaur.
What?
Didn't you say Godzilla was a dinosaur?
Yeah, and I stand by it.
No.
Mainly
It's
because
not a
Cam said
dinosaur.
no, so I doubled
He's a
down.
kaiju.
Also,
Yeah.
look it up. The Smithsonian agrees with me, so suck it, Cam.
Yeah, the Smithsonian. Those hacks.
Yeah, I don't believe in science.
All right.
So, Clara, Clara, what are you stoked on this week?
Queer Eye comes out in a few days. It's on July 19th.
Oh, yeah, I cannot
New
wait
season,
for
get
that.
after it.
Nice.
That's what I'm
Season
stoked on.
4. Who's your favorite Queer Eye guy?
Oh, for what reason?
Just
in
of your
general.
favorite.
This is a tough
Swear
question.
if you say Bobby.
No. Bobby's great, but
Bobby had a great episode last season.
Yeah, he
and
did.
it really
Yeah.
made me like him a lot
Made
more.
me like him a lot.
I do
more.
like Bobby. Okay, Anthony is so hot,
Anthony's
is
my favorite.
so hot. Also, but Jonathan Van Ness is the fucking
He's
raddest,
gold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
coolest,
he is so
baddest
cool.
bitch
Yeah.
I ever seen.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
But I love Anthony because he makes food.
He makes food and he's
I'm
so
like,
hot.
yeah, great,
Don't lie
Jonathan.
that
You can make
don't love him
hair.
'cause he's hot,
But Anthony makes food.
dude.
Yeah.
I like Tan and Karamo.
Tan and Karamo are really cool too.
I like
They're all
Ramo is cool, but I'm also like, the life coaching stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, but that was part of the original Queer Eye, so
Yeah.
they have to. And
Yeah.
also, he is cool. Like, remember that one where he made that guy build that whole wall of boxes?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a gimmicky thing, but it was cute.
But it works.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
totally
Like, it
works.
gives you a
makes them-
physical
and also,
representation.
it makes them think about stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, if you, like, you can, you know, give somebody new clothes and new hair and all this bullshit,
Yeah.
whatever. But, like, you kind of have to do the part where they think about, like,
The
what's really
lifestyle.
good, you know? Yeah.
Like food.
Like food, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Like good food.
Tan's
you know?
really going to be kicking himself in 20 years when no one's doing the French tuck anymore.
Oh, I know.
Who's your least favorite?
Bobby.
Mine
Even
too.
though I really like Bobby, he's
I
my
don't
least
know
favorite.
if I
favorite
have a
as well.
least favorite.
And you know, I'll
Because
say
they all have their own thing, you know?
My least favorite is whoever the guest is that week.
yeah, Bobby's my least favorite, but he has grown on me so much
Yeah.
from the
He
first
also has a
season.
great interior designer.
He's amazing.
He does do
It's
good
not
stuff.
like when you watch what's it called?
Extreme Makeover House at
No,
Home
the
Edition.
Texas
I love
one.
that one though.
I don't watch it.
Extreme
girl-
Texas Makeover.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Extreme
The,
Shoot,
Texas
shoot it or
Makeover.
list
the
it.
one with that blonde guy and the other girl that's really pretty.
Oh, the one where they were
The
married and they're
Gaineses?
divorced now.
Are they divorced now? No,
Yeah.
no. Flip or
I know
flop.
who you're
I know
talking
Oh,
that
Flip
one.
or Flop
Yeah.
is
but
that one.
what's it called? Everyone on the who's listening to this is just
Yeah.
screaming right now.
Yeah.
The Gaines
Arts
one.
this.
I don't know. They have like a bunch of kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Yeah, whatever that show's called. She
Fixer
does
Upper.
a great. Yep.
Fixer Upper.
She does a great job. I also really want to buy a Fixer Upper because I want to make it exactly how I want my house to be.
I don't because I'm not handy at all.
Yeah.
Neither am I. I'm
Oh,
not
that'd
worried
be
about
so
that
much fun.
part.
Which is why I never got a
But-
sexual harassment case. I'm not handy.
Fair enough. But she always does the same thing. So like that's kind of boring. What I like about Bobby is he does like some cool shit every time. You know,
Yeah.
it looks good every time, but he
It
listens.
looks
to
good,
them.
but sometimes I'm like, I don't really want that in my house.
Oh, for sure.
It looks
But
fun,
also-
but not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't always agree with this color palette.
Yeah, that's
Fair
what
You probably really like the one where he painted all black, huh?
And they love.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
They
yeah.
That's why I
love.
probably
It
would
looked
like
good.
that.
We'll have to watch that one.
But they love doing their open cabinets, and I'm not.
I'm not
a
about
fan.
the open cabinet.
I'm like, this
I
was
love
such
It's
a.
a
open cabinet.
ridiculous.
It's like a
not
holdout
at
from
all
the
usable.
90s, and I'm like, you then like for someone like me that's OCD, yeah, it will look clean all the time because I have to organize it.
But
for
it's
most
such a
people,
hassle.
Yeah, for most people, the reason they have the doors is so you don't gotta see the shit in there.
Yeah.
Right. If you're gonna have open cabinets, you need a bunch of regular style cabinets.
Yeah.
Also,
It's
that's
bad.
my take on open cabinets.
So stoked on this for Queer Eye.
Yeah.
Kate, who are you stoked on? What are you stoked
Who?
on? Who?
Who?
Who or what?
Me.
Who, what, where, when, and why?
I'm not really stoked on anything.
Your job.
I'm just,
No? Yeah, the doctor
job.
was fired.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, yeah.
there you
Besides
go.
that,
One man's firing as another person's
Stoked
Stoked
on.
on this.
dude, all of us are so happy at the clinic.
Joe, what are you stoked on?
Well, again, it was also stolen earlier in the show, but I'll just reiterate. Comic Book Rundown has come
That's
out
going to
with
be our
a
drinking
brand.
game. How many
Yeah.
times can we say comic book rundown in this podcast?
Yeah, seriously. Comic Book Rundown.
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 Let's do this.
They have come out with a new episode this last Friday, which was the 12th, in which they are continuing their series on Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
And
Still say.
you
His
can
butt.
Those of you that don't know 12.
and you can hear the Sex Turtles, which created their theme in the episode, so it's pretty cool, and that's what I'm stoked on.
I'm really waiting for the next Captain America comic to come out that's about his ass.
Yeah.
Because America's ass.
It's America's
Yeah.
ass.
So I got some stuff that I'm stoked on here.
Let's do it.
Lord of the Rings massive online role-playing game coming out.
MMORPG.
Coming
Interesting.
out by Amazon since they're doing the TV show. Yeah, because they're doing the TV show, and so they're coming out with a giant RPG.
It'll
of
probably
Lord of
be
the Rings.
super fun.
Yeah.
They're doing a TV show of Lord of the Rings.
Did you play any
Why?
MMORPGs?
I've never played an MMO.
I played World of Warcraft.
Why?
What are they gonna do on the TV show?
I don't
There's
know.
other
They already
stories.
threw the ring
and
and Sauron.
Yeah, but there's other
whatever
story
the
arcs
mountain,
that they
I
could
don't
do.
even know
Mount
where they
Doom.
threw it. They threw it in the thing.
You mean they threw the ring in Mount Doom?
Yeah, whatever.
They threw it
I
in
don't
the
know.
They
thing.
threw it in Sauron.
They
Whatever.
threw it right in Sauron. Get out of
right
here.
in the
Sauron.
eye.
Fuck
He
him.
just went,
Ah, right in the eyeballs.
I only got one eye, man.
it's in my eye.
I don't know. Whatever. They
Now
threw
that,
in
like, the
something.
eye of
Everyone died. It's fine. They don't need to make a TV show.
Not
about it, 'cause
everyone died.
Well, the
Like
bad guy
a lot
did.
of people didn't die.
Whatever. It's fine. What are they gonna do in the TV show? Just go around the Shire?
That would be.
I would
love
love
to
to
see
see
around the
Shire.
Love to see the Shire.
All the
I mean,
drama,
it's
the habits, and the
chill, but
hobbits.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know
the
there's some bad
drama.
beef between the Proud Feet, and the Baggins going
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
there.
The bottom
Man.
foot.
That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, I played
don't
World of
know about
Warcraft
that.
forever.
Yeah.
And I loved that game. And then decided, do I date women or do I play this game? And I started dating
And then he
people.
played the game for a year longer, and
Yeah.
then he decided
Yeah.
to date people.
And then I played Warhammer, their MMORPG for a bit, which was
Nice.
really fun. but
Warhammer or Warhammer 40K?
it was Warhammer Fantasy.
Oh, cool.
And I played a witch hunter, and it
Oh,
was
nice.
sick.
Nice.
And it was really RPG, like not RPG, PvP based,
Oh, that's
which was
cool.
really fun. The story wasn't great, and then it's still on, like people still play it,
Mm.
but my computer that I had at the time was shit, and so everything was laggy, and I couldn't
Yeah.
play. So I put that away. But I love MMORPGs, and
Yeah,
so
maybe
this
I'll
one
have
will be
get into
really
this
fun
one,
to play.
'cause I
yeah.
love Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
lore.
Is this going to be a computer thing?
Don't know yet. They haven't announced really
Okay.
what
So it was-
platforms it's going to be on.
That was always my issue with MMORPGs.
Yeah, you have to have
I
a
was always
PC.
interested in them, but I'd never had a computer that was powerful enough to play them.
Yeah,
like
me
I always
neither.
wanted to play Knights of the Old Republic. Not the game, but the MMORPG that they had. that they made for
you
it.
mean the old
Old Republic?
Yeah.
I always wanted to play that MMORPG, but I was never able to because I never had the computer for it.
Yeah, I'm the same there too. Second thing is that Netflix just announced they're doing a Cuphead show.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what it's going to be, but it's going to look cool.
It's gonna look awesome.
It's going to look awesome.
What's Cuphead?
So Cuphead is a video game that's all hand-drawn on paper animation. So it
Yeah.
looks like an old Mickey cartoon, the whole game.
It's really cool.
insane. It is insane. If you haven't seen it, go look some videos up because it looks so good.
All right.
And then the final thing I'm stoked on is that the Good Burger pop-up finally is here last
Yeah.
Wednesday.
That looks good. Actually,
Burger
kind of looks more like
30.
Mondo Burger.
So, well, Mondo Burger's across the away there. You can see it. So there's a game room over there with an N64 and some arcade games going
Sick.
on. So for $30 a person, get you 90 minutes inside of there, a meal and a drink. They do have alcoholic beverages that
Okay.
are themed on like orange soda type stuff and
Oh, cool.
everything. So I looked up ticket availability, you can get it for like 2 days later. Like,
Oh, wow.
it's not sold out that
so when
far
are
in
we going?
advance. We should go because you could buy 6 at one time.
Yeah.
Where is it?
West Hollywood.
Okay.
In.
Let's
yeah,
do it.
yeah, I'm
We
down to
should
do
do
this.
it.
That sounds
Yeah,
great.
and actually, the chef who's doing all this is from Egg Slut, so
Oh,
it's gonna be
nice.
good food on top of it.
Nice. Egg slut's delicious.
Yeah.
I
So
do
that's
have
cool.
something that I'm stoked on.
What are you stoked on?
The 27th of July, which is 2 weeks from today, from when we're recording this, I'm actually seeing Slipknot in concert.
Ooh, that's
Oh.
cool.
That's really cool. Are they just themselves, or they have an opener?
No, it's Slipknot, Opeth, Behemoth, Gojira,
Whoa.
and
That's a lot of
it's
big
like their
names.
Knotfest thing.
That's a lot of big names.
Yeah, I'm super stoked.
Do you
It's
think
gonna be
that
fun.
you think Corey's still gonna do that thing where he makes everyone get down and do the
I'm
jump
sure.
at the same
That's like
time?
a Slipknot staple.
Yeah. I forget what song that was. He does that on.
Spit It Out.
Spit it out. Yeah.
Nice.
If you're 5'5", then I'm 6'6". All right. Yeah. So that's that. Joe, you have some happy birthday stuff for us?
I do have some happy birthday stuff.
Nice.
Joe just brought to my attention that Volbeat is on that concert as well, which I love Volbeat.
Yeah, well,
Not only is it a Pokemon name,
It is.
it is an amazing band. So good. Anyway, we are now doing the happy birthday segment.
Welcome to the happy birthday segment. This is the segment where we talk about celebrities' birthdays because celebrities are people just like us and they have birthdays.
Allegedly.
So what's
Lizard
going to
people.
happen is I'm going to give you 3 hints as to whose celebrity's birthday is coming up this week. Use your name to ring in and tell me whose birthday it is.
Nice.
All right. Question number 1. This person was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Jordan. Chris Pratt.
Incorrect.
Why did I do that? That was last week. He
Yeah.
was
Fail.
The Fast and the Furious.
Oh, I know it.
Vin Diesel. Oh, snap. I should have said my name.
That's okay.
It's okay. So Kate gets a point.
Yeah,
Apparently.
Obviously, her real name is Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Vin
Kate.
Diesel. So that's 1 point for Kate.
Yes, Vin Diesel will be 52 this week.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Number 2, Talladega Nights. Semi-pro.
Clara. Will Ferrell.
Correct.
I didn't know if John C. Riley was in
Same.
it or
That's what
not.
I was thinking, too. I was like, is he in that movie?
I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, I'm going to risk it.
Will Ferrell will be 52.
All right.
Same
52.
age.
Yeah.
Number 3, Couples Retreat.
Oh, that movie's so funny.
Bad Moms. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Jordan. Kristen Bell.
Correct.
I love her.
Me too.
I didn't know she was in Couples Retreat. I never saw that movie. So
It's
I
Never
was,
such
saw
a good
that
movie.
or
She's
Bad
married
Moms.
to Jason
Dax-
Bateman in it.
Oh, okay.
I was like Dax Shepard.
I love Dak Shepard,
she
too.
is
in real
married to
life.
Dax
Yeah.
Shepard.
I thought you were saying real life.
Kristen Bell will be 39.
That's it. I thought she was older than that.
This person is the 38th governor of Minnesota.
Cam.
Minnesota.
Oh.
Jesse Ventura.
Jesse the Body Ventura is
Which was
correct.
a trivia question. We all have 1 point right now.
Nice.
Jesse the Body Ventura will be 68.
Nice.
Number 5. He is a 2-time NBA champion. Played for the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat.
Cam.
Jordan. Cam can go first.
You don't know it, do you?
Nope.
Harden.
No.
Incorrect. I'm trying to think if I know any other clues
Do you guys
to help
have
you out
even
with.
a guess
I
on
have
it?
no idea.
Do you guys know basketball?
Can we try? Can Cam and I just go
No.
back and forth and see
hate
if we can
Sure.
get it?
basketball.
Yeah, I'm okay with
Here,
that.
you go. You say a
So
name.
boring.
He's a shooting guard,
boring.
known for his high proficiency at 3-pointers.
Allen Iverson.
Incorrect.
Fuck, Cam. Yeah, I see him in my head. He's
Bald.
He's bald. And
black.
he hit that like amazing
Could I
3
guess?
for the Heat forever ago
That's
to win
right.
the championship.
Against the Spurs.
Mm.
Can I
Mhm.
guess?
Yes, you can.
D Wade.
No.
Incorrect.
I don't know.
No.
I just know names.
No.
I don't
No,
know who
that's
people
yeah.
are.
I'm just
I'll give you a 5.
Durant. I know he's
4.
not bald.
3, 2,
Yao Ming.
1.
Meta World Peace.
The
Yes.
answer
Um,
is Ray
LeBron.
Allen.
Oh, Ray Allen. That's a name.
Ray
Alright.
Allen will be
Whatever.
44.
that kills
I
me.
still think it's Iverson, but that's fine.
I saw his number, his head,
Yeah.
and I couldn't put a name on the jersey.
Michael Jordan?
No.
Yeah, that's it. Magic Johnson.
Yes.
Just reminds me of the movie Like Mike with Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah.
When they first bring the shoes to him, and they were like, oh yeah, they were worn by some famous basketball player, and he was like, oh cool, which one? And the old lady was like, oh, I don't know, the tall bald one.
Yeah. You're like,
He was like,
yeah.
all
okay.
of them?
Yeah.
Okay, number 6, known for songs such as Rap Devil and Wild Boy. Had a role in Bird Box.
Jordan. Machine Gun Kelly.
Correct.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Also
okay.
played Tommy Lee in the Motley Crue remake of
Like
The
I would
Dirt.
ever know his songs.
Did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played Tommy Lee in The Dirt on
Yep.
Netflix.
Evidently, I don't know enough about Machine Gun Kelly.
He actually
should
did a
watch
good
that
job on
movie.
it.
Yeah,
I
it wasn't
actually
bad.
watched that whole movie and didn't know that was him until someone said, hey, that was Machine Gun Kelly. I was like, oh, no wonder he was such an asshole
Yeah, I
in that
watched
movie.
the whole movie and I had no idea.
He's
also
also
on
in Bird Box
Catfish.
too.
That's what I mean in Bird Box.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Catfish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Number 7, Black Panther. Rogue One.
I have his face in my. I don't know. His name.
Jordan. Lupita Nyong'o.
Incorrect.
Cam. Forrest Whitaker.
That is correct.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
I went to high school with his nephew.
Because
I
wait,
think.
Lupita Nyong'o's not in Rogue One. She's
No.
in
The other-
Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Man.
The other hints were going to be Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Panic Room, and Battlefield Earth.
Nice.
Forrest Whitaker will be 58. Have you ever seen the meme that said, have you ever heard anything so stupid that you get Forrest Whitaker eye?
That's funny. That's great.
So good.
My mom once, speaking of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, my brother ate a whole Hubby Bar before Thanksgiving with his best friend. And my mom was so mad at him. He threw up before we even ate dinner.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
It's
here?
inedible.
Does anyone know what a hubby bar is here?
Okay,
Yes.
it's a chocolate bar that has weed in it. My brother was so high.
A chocolate bar with weed in it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why I don't
He
know.
was like, my brother was probably.
So everyone here but me knows.
At,
Okay.
Yeah.
at most, my brother was 15. I mean, him and his friend each ate an entire Hubby Bar, which is ridiculous of a move. Like, that's
See, I thought this was
silly.
just like a brand
That's
name
ballsy.
chocolate
So,
bar.
Yeah.
so
That's a lot.
So he does that, throws up, calls me in, and I was like, dude, I don't know what to do. Mom's gonna make you come down to dinner in 2 seconds. And he was like, all right, go get mom. My mom gets so mad at him and then just forced him to go to dinner so high and sit there and be nice the entire time. Took a picture, a family photo that we have where my mom literally hands my brother a tray and goes, you can be the butler. So we have a family photo where my brother is pretending to be the butler, high as hell because my mom is mad at him, and then called him Spicoli for the whole dinner.
I would have called him Belvedere.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Isn't that
Do you
good?
guys still have this picture?
Yeah, somewhere. I don't know where it is. But
It would be
it's
so much
somewhere.
better if he
Yeah,
was
I-
dressed in like a tux or like
Yeah.
a fancy ass suit with like his
go
tray.
get
And then
dressed.
the chrome tray.
The tray and the towel over the
Yeah.
arm.
Oh
With
yeah,
the
he had a
napkin?
tray and a towel, but I don't know what I think he was wearing. Some,
Just
like,
eyes as red
weird
as the
bowling
devil's
shirt with
dick.
fire on it. 'cause
the
he's my brother.
tuxedo t-shirt.
Oh, that's so funny.
So
All
that
right.
happened.
We're on happy birthday. Question number 8. Smooth.
Criminal.
Cam.
Jordan.
Carlos Santana.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Why
Wow.
did I hesitate so much?
Carlos Santana will be 72.
I hate that song.
Number 9. Click.
Clara. Adam Sandler.
Incorrect.
Dang it. It's the only person I know that's in Click.
Knight Rider.
Cam. Kate Beckinsale.
Incorrect. Baywatch.
Jordan. David Hasselhoff.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Hamburgers.
Got
That's all.
Leather.
That too.
I made such a mess.
David Hasselhoff will be 67.
Jordan,
on-
are we tied?
We're tied right now. Are we on question 10?
We are on question 10.
This is for
Tiebreaker.
this is for all the burritos.
This is for who has to bring beer.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
oh, that's true because they don't.
They're
yeah.
regular.
All right,
They're
cool.
not regular guests.
All right. Number 10. Magic Mike.
What the hell's his name?
He has his own show on Netflix. It's a sitcom. Also goes by the name Fluffy.
Cam.
Oh,
Gabriel Iglesias.
That is correct.
He was in Magic Mike.
Yeah, he was.
He
DJ in
was.
Magic
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn.
Yes.
Fluffy. All right. Well, I'm
Fluffy
bringing
will
beer
be
next week.
43.
Happy birthday, y'all.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Okay, guys, I have we're going so long. But I'm going to do the random question because I've been pushing this one off for a week. So, and I also have a new jingle I want to use for the random question. I've got a question for you. Yeah.
That's great.
There you go.
Yeah.
So my question.
Oh.
Here's an adorable dog you guys can look at
D-Day?
before I ask you this question real quick.
Yeah, Dog Day and Kim.
Where do you guys think the term "screw the pooch" came from? I want to know what you guys think the origination of this term is before I tell you what the actual origination
A very
is.
rural farm.
What's the original meaning of pooch?
No, so "screw the pooch" is synonymous with, like, fucking up.
Yeah.
No, I know that, but
okay.
what's like the traditional meaning of the word?
The
I just
original
want to try
definition
and
of
see
pooch?
what
Yeah.
you think. I just want to try and see what you think. I'll tell you this: that "poochiness" still means dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
The
like
old vet.
just twist
Old vet.
just like twist up a dog a whole bunch.
Screw that pooch.
Yeah.
I don't even have a guess.
Okay. Well,
Kate?
I'll tell you
You
what
looked
it
right
is.
at me.
Like, Kate, come on, you know. So this is was made famous from a publication in a book called "The Right Stuff" by Tom Wolfe in 1979.
Okay.
Now,
I've read
where
that book.
where
Yeah,
it
The Right Stuff
originates
sounds
from,
familiar.
it was possibly developed from an old military slang called "fuck the dog." It's what they used to say in the military.
Cool, guys.
It was slang.
So a very rural farm is close.
Kind of, yeah. So Jack Conroy, in his novel A World to Win, in 1935, used the phrase "fuck the dog." It was originally synonymous with the phrases "feed the dog" and "walk the dog," which all meant to be lazy.
Okay.
But because
Wait,
military
pause the game.
men love being vulgar,
Right.
they would say "fuck the dog" instead.
Hold on.
Yes.
Two things that dogs like are getting fed and walking.
Yes.
Yeah.
They love it.
They also love getting
probably-
fucked.
I don't think so.
Some
probably.
do. The whores.
But not by. I don't.
The female dogs do.
I just
There you
don't
go.
think. I just feel like they wouldn't like that. I feel
Doggy
like if
style
that-
isn't named after just the way it looks. It's just because doggies love it.
I'm just saying. I don't think they do.
So this term technically comes from back in military times during like World War I and stuff, where they would say "fuck the dog" for being lazy. Now it makes sense
Right.
that the phrase was softened over time because Joe's on the phone. Who was that, Joe? Oh.
we're just gonna go afterwards.
Uh huh. They're gonna go afterwards.
Yeah,
we
they're
haven't even started trivia yet.
We haven't even
No,
started
haven't
trivia yet.
yet.
All right, Krager's on his way.
Nice.
Hello,
He just
Krager.
passed the building and saw our cars there. He's like, "Are they still
Oh,
recording?"
He could be here
Crazy,
for
crazy.
trivia.
yeah, so
okay.
he said he'll be here. In
That's
just
cool.
A few minutes.
Because
and
when he learns
see you soon,
what
Dex.
trivia is gonna be, he's gonna be
So happy.
so happy.
I can't.
So
wait.
anyway, it makes sense, going back to fucking dogs, it makes sense that the phrase was softened over time because as we learned from George Carlin, you can't say fuck on TV.
Yeah.
So these are stories and rumors of kind of how it started, but it makes sense because of the dark humor that military men have, that
Yeah,
if
yeah.
the phrase was feed the dog, walk the dog, they'd be like, fuck the dog. And then we just kind of change the meaning over time because it's like as time goes on, it's like telephone where like things kind of shift and change and everything. So yeah, that's where screw the pooch came from.
Yeah, and the bee's knees was originally the ant's anus.
it's the bee's knees.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
That's the
So
ants' button.
Well, now we gotta
Krager's-
stall.
Now we have to stall for like this. Like these episodes aren't long enough.
Yeah.
That
They're not.
now we have to
Listen,
stall.
there's
for
some people
Krager to
who
Wait a
are
minute,
like,
you
this
normally
is
have
gonna
a-
be 10 minutes shorter than my car ride. What a freaking drag! And now,
Now it's going to be
Savior. So-
3 hours longer than your car
you're
ride.
welcome. Also,
Yeah.
You
can
normally
get
have
up
a,
15 minutes in your.
What do I
home
normally
commute.
have?
a bathroom break. Did you need to do that?
No. The one time I don't have to go pee. The one time my bladder decides to be the age I am, and I don't have to. It does have to actually do it.
Your bladder
First,
is
that's
30?
good.
So
Great,
guys,
way
let me
to
tell
go.
you about something that I bought recently.
Okay.
So we've been having the earthquakes, right, and everything.
Oh, I saw
Oh
that.
shit! Can't
So-
we need to go get an earthquake thing?
Yeah, so I had a go bag already where it had like some blankets, some dog food, some granola bars, a first aid kit. But I was like, you know what? What happens if we need to last longer than like a few hours,
Word.
right? What if we're out for days?
Exactly.
So I bought a tent that's one of those tents that could withstand 55 mile an hour winds, that are water resistant, that are like super like crazy good, right? So if we have to tent out, we can camp somewhere. And I bought a survival pack
Yeah.
that has enough servings of food for 2 people for 3 meals a day for 5 days.
That's pretty
It
chill.
has a shelf life of 25 years.
Nice.
You just add water. It has water inside of it, like
Is it like
in
space
bags.
food?
Yeah, it's like space
Fast
food.
food.
Like
It's all
dehydrated
dehydrated.
food.
yeah,
Yeah.
dehydrated. It comes with a stove, like a makeshift stove with waterproof matches. This
Nice.
thing, and then it came in a camouflage backpack.
Sick.
I saw
buddy.
that and
Yeah.
I loved it.
I'm like, I am ready for the end of the world.
Dude,
with
you're gonna
this
have
thing.
such a
Yo,
hard
you wanna
time
know
finding it in a tragedy.
I know, right? We're like, where'd it go? Where did my bag
I don't
go?
see it.
My uncle got this thing that makes pool water into drinkable water.
What?
Yeah.
Well, my
filters
first
it.
That's
aid,
pretty cool.
Well, my
Right?
first aid kit has the drops where you can
Oh,
collect any
that-
water and
that
put the
shit is
drops
good.
in it, the
But
iodine
make
drops
sure you
or whatever.
get enough in there because I know a kid who I think he didn't put enough in it or something
Yeah.
when we were on a camping trip in school, and he straight up got Giardia. Like
Really? Like
actually.
that
Clara,
river
you're gonna
disease?
get real scared right now.
What? Because Krager's behind me.
Yeah,
No.
Krager, hello.
other side.
Hello, friend.
You scared me.
So Krager has arrived on the podcast. I don't know what microphone you're gonna use, bro.
Just shout if you know the answer.
Talking between the two of them.
Okay, yeah, just shout and then lean into one. So we have our champion here.
Thank you.
Who are you? There.
Yeah.
Coming down to the ring is the original pony, the OP, Joe Kubis. He's here to defend his title. But what is that? What happened? What's going on?
What? Is he cashing in?
I'm cashing in the money in the bank. And I told Cam I want him to do it because he's the only one who could rival me on this. It is going to be current WWE trivia.
Yeah.
Listen,
Current.
Jordan, I might be able to rival you. I just can only describe them by description names, such as
What was your thing
the
for
toe,
Paul Heyman last night?
Dumpling Hamish.
Dumpling Hamish.
It's
is
close.
Paul Heyman.
He looks like a dumpling. His last name is what? Heyman? Hamish? Whatever.
Dumpling Hamish sounds like
You know
something
what
that
I
would
was
be on
talking
an
about, Cam?
Amish.
It's fine.
My name is Dumpling Hamish.
EC dump. EC dumpling.
Yeah.
EC
I should
dumpling.
not have come. There's no reason for me to be
Well, it
here.
was funny
Yeah,
when
well,
he told
you're
me.
here now,
I was
so-
like, well, good thing Krager's showing up for what he'll know nothing
Yeah.
about.
I should be home showering right now.
Yeah, but now you're in it for the
But
cock.
now you're here.
Yeah.
You're in it for the cock now. All right.
Oh no!
Yeah. And bringing trivia now.
Oh,
You really fucked yourself on that one, huh?
Gregor doesn't use his brain.
But he also didn't know what you were going to bring.
On.
Yeah, he didn't
That's
know what you
what I
were going to
did,
bring.
That's
except for
true.
these
So
two,
it's totally
apparently.
fair. I would have taken the risk too. I would have shown up as well.
Gotta
I would
risk
have
it for
done
the
the same.
biscuit.
All right, so we have some current
You didn't, but
WWE
you might.
roster trivia.
Don't know current.
And so the way this works, as always, is you chime in with your name. I have the questions. I have multiple choice for ones that you don't know. Also, I wrote some really funny answers on here. So we're going to do that. Number 1, who delivered a stunner after being ejected by Shane McMahon on July 9th's episode of SmackDown?
Clara.
Jordan.
It was Kevin Owens.
It was Kevin Owens.
I knew that one. That's
My options were Roman Reigns, Stone Cold, Kevin Owens, or Krager.
Number,
D. Krager.
I want to see Krager give
Yeah,
that
I want
stunner.
to see him give a stunner
No,
too.
the stunner is not an elbow. Stunner is where you kick them and then you bring their head down on your shoulder.
Yeah.
I like putting them to sleep. It's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Number 2, which wrestler is known as the sassy Southern Belle?
Jordan.
Jordan.
Lacey Evans.
It is Lacey Evans.
I feel like Jordan's gonna win this.
Yeah.
Just
Really?
maybe.
Why? I can't imagine
Number
why you think
3, Finn Balor was born in what city? Was it Bakersfield, California? Dublin, Ireland?
that. Clara. Oh, it's not Dublin. Bray, Ireland.
It is Bray, Ireland.
I couldn't remember if it was him or McIntyre, who was
Yep.
from Air Scotland or not,
Yep.
like the
Yep.
Air thing and all
Yep.
that. Ah.
Clara has
Wow,
one.
Clara.
Yeah. Number 4, what pay-per-view airs on Sunday, July
Clara.
14th?
Oh, wait.
Jordan.
Wait, do I go?
Yeah.
Extreme Rules.
It is Extreme Rules.
Damn it. Why'd you get her
Jordan
into
wants
wrestling
money.
right now?
I don't know. She's watched it with me every week since we started
Because
dating.
it's fucking good.
Man.
5.
That's tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah. 5. What color stripe does Becky Lynch's wrestling gear have? Is
Clara.
it?
Krager.
Yellow.
It is yellow.
Oh, my God.
Jordan.
Wow.
I'm about to
I
be
didn't
bringing
know the
home the
girls were going to be
bacon.
on when I cashed this in originally.
I
well-
bring them every week.
No, but I didn't know they were going
Sometimes
to be
you gotta know.
on. They weren't going to be
Sometimes you
on
gotta
until
know.
you decided not
You
to
just
show up
gotta-
for the beginning of
You
it.
just gotta be
Are
prepared.
you making? Is
Jordan.
this making you really happy, Krager?
A little bit.
Number 6. What is Alexa Bliss's interview segment called?
Jordan, a
Yeah.
moment of bliss.
Yes, it is a moment of bliss.
I wouldn't have done that.
Number 7. What is Seth Rollins' finisher called?
Jordan.
Clara.
Jordan.
Which one? The stomp?
The stomp.
Okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know if the ripcord knee was because they're both his finisher.
I have Peep Show, Curb Stomp, the AA, or a Stunner. Also on the last one for a moment of bliss, I had Blissful Thinking. Alexa, talk about this. C, a moment of bliss, or D, I love Kevin Craig.
I love you, Alexa.
Yeah. Number 8.
That took time.
Who is the host of Firefly Funhouse?
Jordan.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt.
It is Bray Wyatt.
I don't even know who that is.
Or The Fiend.
The Fiend. Number 9. What WWE superstar won his first WWE championship at WrestleMania this year?
Jordan.
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston.
It is
Dang
Kofi
it, I knew that
Kingston.
one.
Number 10. Which WWE superstar's finisher is called the Disarm Her?
Jordan.
Jordan.
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch.
7-3. Me and Claire were the only ones.
Claire gave you a run for your money.
You did for a second there. My heart started going.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no. So
See, there was
guys.
some that I knew also, but I wasn't fast enough. See, I really could have given you.
So
a run for
wait,
money.
how
Wait a
does
minute,
this
there's,
work
there's
for
an
the cock?
issue because Craig,
who brings
neither
trivia?
Krager and I have a point.
So what do we do on that?
Okay,
then?
so I have a tiebreaker for the point.
Okay, the tiebreaker.
So, this tiebreaker.
Arm wrestling.
No, no. The
I have a
tiebreaker.
Rochambeau.
Extreme
I
Rules
have better
match.
odds Rochambeau.
Clara and I came up with a good finisher last night at the bar. Okay, this is how it's going to work. Both of you are going to have to come up with an immediate wrestling persona. Okay?
Right off the dome.
And cut a
I'll
promo.
let this
Yeah,
one
and then
in.
cut a promo on each other. And challenging you to a match, each other to a match. You guys have a
duel,
match.
if you will.
I
And
just worked 8 hours. I am tired. My
and
brain is
whatever
not-
one we think is best
I mean, you're the judge.
wins. Me.
I don't like that.
We don't
Cam and
think
his-
this much
Cam
on
and
this
Cam.
podcast.
Myself and I can.
Can you guys
I'd
even come
rather-
up with one?
I'd rather have a question.
Okay. I've got a.
It's a good idea,
Every
though.
time we touch Krager, and I'm gonna take your pony and touch it so hard it dies.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
oh.
Ooh.
You just threw down, Joe.
But
You got to
that's-
respond.
But that's his.
He already started.
That's
He
already his
opened it up.
persona,
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
It's not a new
Exactly.
persona. Just ask him a question.
This is Krager.
Okay.
Every time we don't
we
touch, I'm
think
Bubble
that
Boy.
hard.
Let's go.
We don't think that hard on this podcast.
Okay. Who is tag teaming with Roman Reigns this Sunday at Extreme Rules?
Clara.
No, but you gotta
No,
let
I
them
can't
go.
answer, but I know it.
I know it too.
I know
A.
you know it.
Seth Rollins. B. The Undertaker. C.
Joe, The Undertaker.
It is The
That is
Undertaker.
correct. Oh, Krager, you show up just to get the cock.
Just to confirm, you're making trivia
How's
next
it feel,
week.
Mike?
Aw,
I feel
bad for
so bad,
Krager.
Krager. I feel bad for
I'm
Krager
so-
too.
Hey,
Feels
I'm
so
bringing
bad
beer
for
next week, though. Well, Krager,
make
it
it
was nice
trivia
of you to
about
be
Morgan.
here.
You can play.
Wait a minute. We have one more.
I'm a scat man.
My wife had never heard of this song, by the way.
Really?
I'm a little sad about that.
Yeah, the band Area 51 wrote it.
Yeah. We have
thought
something else we need to
I
do
always thought
here.
it was
Yeah.
I eat scat man.
We have to
I
do
eat-
the
I
We
eat
have to
Scatman.
transfer the money in the bank.
Oh,
I did show up for something.
You did.
I'm not gonna get it anyway, but you know, I'm here.
So, if you don't know, the Money in the Bank contains random general knowledge trivia,
General knowledge.
and whoever gets it correct gets to hold on to the Money in the Bank for an opportunity to cash it in for your trivia of choice.
Yeah.
Joe, Jordan, could you put some better effort than Joe in going?
Yeah,
multiple
Joe was
choice?
like,
That was funny, though.
So, Krager, how was work today?
It wasn't that bad. Saturdays are pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, just made some capturing.
Saturdays are for the boys.
Nice.
okay.
I was working with a girl.
Nice.
All right, guys.
Her Saturdays for the boys.
I have the question for you,
Okay.
The boy.
and I have 4 multiple choice answers.
Okay.
Which country hasn't fought a war since 1814? Is it Switzerland? Is it Sweden? Is it Greece? Or is it Turkey?
Krager.
Cam was first.
Switzerland,
Not Switzerland. I think Krager got it next.
What were the other 3 answers?
Greece, Sweden, or Turkey?
Yes.
Greece.
Nope.
Joe, Sweden.
It is Sweden.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would have picked.
Money in the bank
What
goes
have
to
they
Joe.
What have they done since then? Just like been happy weirdly in their coldness?
Cam said the other one, I'm like,
Maybe it's not that one.
And for those of you who
hat
couldn't
and glasses, and he's out.
For those of you who couldn't hear because he was away from a mic, he said, "I'm just gonna go that one."
That is false.
That's what he sounded like, and exactly what he said.
That's you.
So,
That's what you sound like.
So that's the end of the show.
Yeah, let's plug it up.
Like Cam's butt. So you can find us on Instagram and Twitter with the handle at WreckMyPodcast. And we have an email for questions, comments, concerns, angers, for anything, wreckmypodcast@gmail.com. If you haven't yet, subscribe on our podcast, on your podcast app of choice, or on YouTube. Ratings and reviews are cool too and really make us feel good about ourselves. We have some financial ways to support us. First, patreon.com/WreckMyPodcast allows you to get some cool swag and benefits. Second, our Amazon link on WreckMyPodcast.com. And while you're on the website, why not click Shop Our Merch tab to buy some stuff off our Redbubble store. Thank you to Ben from Pet. I should just make this a stinger that just like a button that I push, so I don't have to read it every
I
time,
watched
right?
too much Hendel porn last
I
night.
watched too much Hendel porn, yeah. Thanks to Ben from Petrified Gumbo Music for making amazing songs for us. You can find him at petrifiedgumbomusic.com. We have episodes themed on a specific topic that come out every Wednesday. This Wednesday, it's evolution. And every Monday, we have episodes like this that are really long, probably longer than they should be. Thank you to my guests for being here. I appreciate it, especially the ladies. And I don't know why especially you guys.
Because it's better.
Yeah, exactly. And finally, thank you to our listeners, because without you, I would have probably drowned in a bowl of Fruity Pebbles by now. Thank you, and goodbye.
Bye, I love you.
Yeah, I like and I love you all.
I appreciate everyone who knows.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I have herpes.